There are ways to know if they are in your backyard. If the sprinklers go off by mistake, you should take notice. It might mean something. And if you find the water in your swimming pool is a little bit slimy, then it definitely means something. I'm M. Night Shyamalan, and I wanted to give you guys an inside look into my first children's book called Lady in the Water. It's actually a genuine bedtime story that I told my kids. I tell a lot of different bedtime stories, but this particular one became the kind of the opus of the group. It just went on and on for days and days and became a kind of a legendary story in the household where they just wanted to hear it again and again, and they had all these questions about it. So the second time I told it, it had more detail, and it just grew into this kind of obsessive feature of our household. There is someone living under your pool. She is called a narf. She is a very rare type of sea nymph. She made a room under your pool after the pool was made. She lives in this room for a short time. She stays there during the daytime. She is swimming in the pool to be seen by someone in your house. That is her purpose. It could be your brother, your sister, one of your parents, or even someone staying at your house for a little while. They will see her only for a moment. They will look back and she will be under the water. They will think they imagined it, a woman swimming in the dark in the pool. Well, the book is actually about kind of the myth of your backyard, the creatures that live there, and the fact that there's actually someone that lives under our pool, and that kind of really captured my girls' imaginations. But it was that there's this conflict that's going on in your backyard that you're unaware of that maybe you can help out with. I was working with Crash McCreary, who did the illustrations, and he and I would just really balance a line versus the visuals, how big the visual was, how much negative space we wanted. You know, like in my movies are paced in a certain way so that you kind of have to lean in as I'm telling you the story, because I tell you very slow and soft. And then we wanted the book to have that same kind of cadence. He found a beautiful palette for the backyard and for the creatures where it suddenly became scary, very subtle things where we were counting on children's ability to see in the corners of pictures and pull out different things, you know, make them active in the process. My hope for the book is that it's not tied to the movie after this year, that it's a perennial thing, that it kind of is just a bedtime story that kids are told year after year. You know, that would be my dream, is that it's still being told and new kids they're seeing it over and over and over again. And then it has its own life separate from the movie, but the movie's kind of a launch with it, like it's Big Brother, and launches it, and then the big brother goes on and does something else, but the little brother still is growing up. That would be my dream for the book. My favorite picture books were the ones that had this kind of quietness, a poetry to them, and left your imagination, things on the edge of the page, like you were thinking about it. You know, for me, The Giving Tree, and, you know, Where the Wild Things Are, and, you know, some of Chris Van Allsburg's books, those all kind of have a certain poetry to them where when it's done perfectly, there's this balance between where the words take you in your imagination and then the picture takes you to the next thing, and then you're ready for the next step, which the words do again, and then the picture does again, and this beautiful kind of balance that goes on. So it was a whole different art form, and you know what? It took a long time. I mean, I did so many drafts of that thing just to get the right poetry, you know. Do you say she? Do you say the word narf? No, that's not poetic, you know, that kind of thing. Or it's conjuring too specific an image at this point, you know, that kind of thing. So we went through a lot of versions, and really I couldn't really get to the final version until we had laid it all out for me on a table, really. These people are called vessels, and they will suddenly feel different. Everything they think will become very clear. If they were scared before, they won't be scared. If they were shy before, they won't be shy. And here's the best part. Sometime in their life, it could be soon, it could be many years from now when they are older, they will do something important for the world.